activities and things to make it just easier for them to feel confident to go out there and feel safe.
What would you say the biggest advance that Raymarine has made that you've seen has affected the sailing community as a whole?
I really think it's our new alpha displays, which gives them all their data. It allows them to see their wind speed, their wind direction. It compensates for rotating mast. And then another big piece that we're seeing a pickup in is thermal cameras being used on a lot of the sailing vessels around here, which gives them, again, the safety and security to be able to
Yeah, I was coming in the other night at 1 a.m. and you can't see anything. It's just a bunch of anchor lights and the bright lights from the street, and you can't see it.
Yeah, that's what's great about FLIR. You don't need any light to be able to see in complete darkness because it's viewing heat instead of a light source.
Right. An interesting question that has come up that I've been talking about with everybody. Say you've got a brand new sailor. They've never sailed before. They're in their 30s, 40s, 50s. Where do you say they start? They don't have a lifelong experience with sailing. They're just new. They just want to get out there. Where do they start?
Yeah, you got to ask the questions. Where are they going to be boating? When are they going to be boating? The time of day, and you really need to keep it simple. If they're new, you need to point them towards the different training materials we have. We have a great YouTube channel, Raymarine Live. We have over 60 hours of content that really teaches them everything about the majority of our products, how to use them, and gives them that good basic knowledge to make an informed decisions of what displays they need. Do they need big MFDs? Are they okay with a smaller MFD? Autopilots. Do they need the autopilot? Do they need what instruments do they need? So I think that's probably one of our biggest assets is YouTube these days. Is being able to see how other people are using their electronics. How do they want to use theirs? And it really comes down to keeping it simple and making sure you're safe out there.
When we're talking about new sailors, there's education involved. People need to learn things. How would you go about teaching a new sailor? Are you of the old school? We want to start with paper charts. We want them to plot out their course. We want them to learn triangulation. We want to use rulers, or do we start with, hey, here's our Raymarine MFD. This is what an MFD does.
Yeah.
This is how you connect it to everything. These are all going to be on your boat either way. Do we start in the new or do we start in the old?
I think you start with the new. I think you have them learn from the chart plotter themselves and how to do maps, just like our kids do today. They're not opening up paper maps when they're learning to drive and go places. You're using your phone. So teach what's applicable, what they're going to use.
Awesome. I kind of agree. I've been having this conversation. There's old salts in there, and there's I'm of the generation. I grew up with computers. I had computers in the house. I was looking at and one of the reasons why I came back to you guys to do an interview. I was here yesterday. I have lots of tech experience, but I have all Raymarine stuff on my boat, and I couldn't get certain things to happen. I couldn't figure out the anchor alarms. That's very frustrating for somebody like me, but, I came here and I talked to you guys, figured it out. You just sort of oh, it's here. And, I don't think you can beat that opportunity to talk to you guys in person. Definitely. And to have you, show us on the MFDs what's there, how you use it. Even with all the YouTube stuff, sometimes I don't want to go to YouTube.
Yeah, sure.
So that was a great experience. Really enjoyed talking to you guys and working through those things. And other questions I had. What's the strangest question you've gotten so far, do you think?
Strangest question for this show would definitely be somebody wanting to mount a sailboat wheel pilot on their power boat because they had wheels.
Okay. I could see somebody wanting to do that.
Yeah.
I know somebody who would want to do that.
Yeah.
What would you end up recommending?
So using an aftermarket drive with our ACU 400 and our D70 RS, which is the right answer.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I guess what any thoughts of like what people should see? Oh, here's a question I've asked everybody else as well. Do you get the ability to go out and show it?
Yeah, so I've walked around the show and I've visited our partners and different vendors.
If you had only say you were only coming here for a day, you ostensibly really only get to see really 4 things, right? Like you're spending about a quarter of your day on each thing and then you have lunch. What do you see?
Primarily, I would go and visit all of our OEMs, anybody that has Raymarine on the docks. Make sure their product's up to date, make sure they're happy, make sure everything's working, see if they have any feedback, any changes they want to see in the future, and feed that back in to make our products
But
better.
you're a customer. What do you see if you only have you're a customer and you only have
definitely. You want to go and check out all the new technology, see what's coming. Step foot on some of the boats that you aspire to own in the future. See what you like. Yeah, it's a really cool show. There's a lot of fun things to see around here.
Yeah. All right. Any last thoughts? Anything that I didn't talk about? Anything that you want people to know?
Sure. There's one thing that Raymarine does great, and that's our tech support. So you can call us. We can remote into your system while you're on the boat. So if you're having an issue, we can actually bring up your displays and we can see what's going on and troubleshoot that live with you. And I think that's a really cool thing that we do, and people do like that.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I really appreciate
you
it.
stopping by.
Have a great rest of your show.
Yeah, thank you.
And come see the Raymarine booth at the Annapolis Sailboat Show, at Annapolis Fall Sailboat Show. I'm sure you guys will be at other shows, other boat shows.
Absolutely.
But yeah, come here with your questions or with just hey, I wanted to find out what the new thing is from Raymarine. I want to see a FLIR camera on because they've got this great display with all the gear. So come on by.
Yep.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.